With a few exceptions, your child does not get to decide which parent they live with, no matter how strongly they feel about it, which to them is a shock. But you need to understand how this works when you start working through a custody case. Hi, I'm Louis Landerholm, family law attorney and partner here at Pacific Cascade Legal. One of the most emotional conversations I have with parents is around this issue. A parent will come in and say, "My child wants to live with me, so that should matter, right?" And I completely understand where that's coming from. As parents, we want to listen to our kids. We want to respect what they're feeling. But the legal system in Oregon and Washington work a little differently than most people expect. And understanding that can make a big difference in how you approach your situation. Because the standard is still in the best interest of the child. So the judge can determine, even with older children, that they will do something and order a parenting plan that doesn't coincide with what the child asks for. Let me walk you through a situation I see all the time. A parent comes into my office feeling hopeful, but also a little frustrated. They tell me their child, maybe 12 or 13 years old, has said they want to live with them full time. And the parent believes that because their child is getting older, the court will simply honor that choice. But here's the reality. In both Oregon and Washington, there is no set age at which a child gets to choose which parent they live with. Not at 12, not at 14, not even at 16. Until a child turns 18 or becomes legally emancipated, the court is the one making that decision. And the court is not asking, what does the child want? The court is asking, what is in the child's best interest? That is the standard that drives everything. Now, that does not mean your child's voice goes ignored. It can be considered, especially if the child is older and able to express their thoughts maturely, but is only one part of a much bigger picture. The judge is also looking at the child's relationship with each parent. They are looking at stability, which includes where the child has been living and what their day-to-day life looks like. They are considering each parent's ability to meet the child's emotional and physical needs, and they pay close attention to whether each parent supports the child having a healthy relationship with the other parent. So when a child says they want to live with one parent, the court takes a step back and looks at the reason behind the preference. Is the child feeling more supported and secure in that home? Or is it something like fewer rules, more freedom, or less structure? Those details matter more than most parents realize. I've seen cases where a child clearly expressed a preference, but the court still decided on a different arrangement. That is because the judge believed a different outcome better supported the child's long-term well-being. Another important piece here is that the legal system tries to protect children from being put in the middle. The goal is to avoid situations where a child feels like they have to choose between their parents or feels pressure to take sides. Because of that, children are often not asked to testify directly in court. Instead, their perspective may come through a neutral third party, like a guardian ad litem, or an attorney appointed for the child, whose roles are to focus on what is best for the child as a whole. So what does this mean for you as a parent? It means your case is not really about proving that your child prefers you. It is about showing that you can provide consistency, stability, and support for your child in a way that serves their overall well-being. That is what the court is paying attention to. If you are dealing with a custody issue or thinking about changing a parenting plan, this is where having the right guidance can make a real difference. Because what feels like the strongest argument to you might not be what the court is actually looking for. At Pacific Cascade Legal, we help parents understand how these decisions are made and how to approach their case in a way that truly protects their child. If you have questions about your situation, I encourage you to reach out and schedule a consultation. We can walk through what is happening and help you understand your options. When it comes to your child, you want to be informed and confident in the decisions you are making.